Hello all, this is DisturbingPuppet again, coming back playing some more Blood Bowl 2. So today we're continuing with my campaign, getting into the playoffs. Most likely we'll be doing the first playoff game and then the final. As long as I didn't set things up goofy, there will be 4 teams into the playoffs. And then there'll be one playoff game to narrow it down to 2, which will then be the final game, and that should be it, as long as nothing got set up strange. I hope, anyway. It's been a while since I set up this competition, when I built the team quite a while ago. So I am the Chaos Dwarf for Raging Bulls, be playing the Stinky Crawlers Necromantic team. So we'll go over the teams here real quick. Plan is if nothing crazy happens, we'll do this game and then the next one, finishing things off. So take a quick look at the upgrades I have for my players. So 2 Bull Centaurs to start off with, one of whom was injured and lost a point of movement. Upgrades has block. Everything else kind of he starts with sprint, sure feet. The other player hasn't been injured, also has block upgrade, and then last time he got an upgrade, so I gave him strip ball. So hopefully that'll help out a little bit. I usually go after the ball with them. 4 hobgoblins here who've received some upgrades. I've got a couple more down here at the bottom that haven't received any level ups. So my most experienced player, Gok's Hole Shredder, dodge, sure hands, and kickoff return. For dodge, I needed to roll doubles on the level ups. So I have a couple people who have dodge. This player got a movement increase and sure hands. Then I've got sure hands and dodge with Gadeb Sharpfinger. And just sure hands with Tycom Sharpfinger. The Sharpfinger brothers. 6 Chaos Dwarfs, which is the max. So I have 2 of them that I've leveled up, and all of them have guard, and I have 2 of them that I've leveled up to have Mighty Blow. One of whom I've leveled up, so in addition to guard has Dauntless. So the others just have the guard skill as well. So that kind of helps out my front line. So let's take a look at the Necromantic team and see what they've got going on. So I don't see any stat increases, just a ghoul with a reduced armor value. So white with block regeneration, standard thing, white with block regeneration, mighty blow, and guard. I do wish on the field and here they would just list the skill names. It's a lot easier for me, especially since I've been playing since the 2nd edition board game. Just tell me the names of the skills. It's easier than remembering the little icons. And the flesh golems might be a little bit difficult to deal with. One of whom has block, one doesn't. I'd rather face them than mummies though, so that's one benefit, I guess. Werewolves have gotten some upgrades here. Block, tackle, strip ball. And then block and tackle, it looks like with this one, yeah. One zombie with block here.
Did you know
and a ghoul with block and dodge.
Players have to be careful though, as the highest prices are for limbs and other body.
I do have a higher team rating, so he's going to get some upgrades and things as well. That'll be a little difficult to deal with, possibly. Kind of see what he does. So let's go ahead and go for it. I'm not going to do anything to buy any upgrades or anything for this match. If I spend any money here, it helps out my opponent. So he's got Halfling Master Chef. I have seen sometimes that things don't show up here and then end up on the field, star players, that kind of thing. Hopefully that won't happen.
Ready, steady, boom.
So I have been playing Blood Bowl since 2nd edition board game. Used to play Undead there. Played a lot of the previous game on my 360. Played through all the different teams on there quite a bit. Actually, usually kind of play bruiser teams, especially with the Undead. Slow, heavy hitting. But I really enjoyed playing some of the more agile teams as well. Skaven and Wood Elves especially. Had a lot of fun with them. So if this is finishing off this season, I'm not sure who I'm going to play next. I might switch to a different game. I might play more Blood Bowl 2. I still haven't played a Khemri team, a Necromantic team, High Elf team, Norse team. I'd like to play all of those at some point. just a matter of fitting things into my schedule. I also am planning on doing some more XCOM at some point. I'm not sure if I'll stream that or not. XCOM 2, anyway. I've been messing around with Mordheim a little bit, doing the tutorials for that. Hasn't really grabbed me as much as some of the other adaptations of Games Workshop board games, but just doing the tutorials might give you a different idea of how things are than actually playing. So I am going to kick the ball here. I usually like to get the ball in the second half, especially with the Bruiser team. I can take the beating early on. If you're playing a more agile team, you might want to go first. It limits how much damage gets done to you right away at the beginning of the game. So I'm kicking team, so I set up first, put my Dauntless guys and my Mighty Blow guys on the front line here. He does have ghouls and werewolves, so I want to be at least somewhat prepared for that. Him dodging around the sides and getting around my line. My dwarf players are great, good skills, but they are kind of slow. So whether you're playing a dwarf team or you're playing a Chaos Dwarf team, you do have to kind of anticipate what might happen and where. You're pretty slow to react to things, and you don't want to overcommit to stuff. Probably swap out my hobgoblins for my less experienced hobgoblins. I want them to get level ups, but I also don't want my experienced guys to get hurt so early in the game. Well, maybe I'll leave my movement increased player. Just in case, gives me a few more options if I can get to the ball. So strip ball is left. Put my sure hands guy on that side as well. This is kind of a typical formation I'll often use. I might sometimes adjust in having the Bull Centaurs on the front line if I want to make it harder for them to get assists on my edge dwarves. Having them a little bit back allows me a little bit more freedom of movement. There's kind of different variations. You could pull the dwarves back as well, have kind of a second line of defense. Move the hobgoblins up here a little bit. It looks good to me. So I usually do kind of kick to the central position here. My most important thing I'm trying to do is make sure the ball stays on the field. I don't want it to end up off the field because then he'll get to pick who has the ball. You want to make sure he's got to make some die rolls to try to get it. And we'll lose a turn. Okay, barely stayed in bounds there. So that's a pretty good kick. Ended up deviating quite a bit back there. We do have the game audio turned down a bit. It's still pretty loud to me. Hopefully, I didn't want to have the commentators on here drive people nuts. I know some people don't like them. I don't mind too much.
They've grabbed the ball. A wise move, as it's quite fundamental to the game.
He's really going for my front line here. Just stay on your feet.
Gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Or not, I guess. So I'm going to take a quick look at the stream here, make sure everything's working. Okay, works fine. If the sound or anything is off, throw a comment in chat. I'll try to check that occasionally. Okay, let's see what we can do. Save things first. Kind of the typical Blood Bowl thing. Save things first, important things next. I do have guard with all these guys, so it does make things a little easier for assists.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
So I'm just trying to hang up his team
They've gone into the
while
opponent's
maintaining
tackle
some tackle zone coverage
and
across the way. I'm planning to go after the ball carrier here with my Bull Centaur. We'll throw a block on the way. Hopefully knock him down. Whoa! Okay. Nice.
I love adding my own
First block is a kill. Oh, he regenerates. Oh well.
back. I love it.
So I'll push it a little bit here. He does have the sure feet skill. And I used it, so now I don't really want to go again. It's supposed to be a 1 in 6 chance that you fail going for it roll. It does seem like it happens a bit more often than that. I'll just kind of hang out there for now. I'm going to move him up so that we have tackle zone coverage at least through the area. So tackle zones here, There's nowhere he can get through without at least throwing a block first to just run through free. He's got to at least make some die rolls. And here I'm just going to move up a little bit to support. I don't want to rush past anything or overcommit. We'll leave him deep just in case. If necessary, I can pull him up for assists and things. So we'll call that good for now. See what kind of craziness he's going to try to do. Trying to get away from my Bull Centaur there. Okay, he does not have sure hands, so that means I can use my strip ball skill against him.
The players arrive to assist their teammate.
He'll get an assist now. Wuss. The attacker has an assist.
He's looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before.
That's kind of aggressive and a little dangerous.
Grab him at Murphy's and relax, Jim. We're gonna be here for
Yeah,
the
so
fight.
even if I get to choose, it's still just a push.
He'll get angry, Jim. You wouldn't like them when they get angry. Joking. You're gonna love him.
Okay. I've got rerolls. It's fairly safe to throw some blocks, so I'm going to kind of do that. I definitely don't want the werewolf hanging out back here.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight. Look at Twinkle Toes there.
Go after the werewolf again. See a block? Yeah.
Come on, guys. Losing the title. Let's see some blood in Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I can't actually throw a hit on the ball carrier here. Move my Hobgoblin over as far as we can go in case we can exploit an opening at some point. Try to hang him up here if I can.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Throw a block on the ghoul on the way. And just got to push. That's unfortunate.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
It's tempting to throw him up here for an assist for the block on the werewolf. But I don't think I'm going to do that, just in case he can snip through here with his guys who have dodge. We'll move up a little bit here so we have some additional coverage for tackle zones.
Haha, here's some friends.
And he's going after my guy with strip ball.
Is this gonna be enough to come out on top? Come on, guys.
Straight up die roll is pretty dangerous. But he gets a hit after using a reroll.
One step and
So he's just going to creep up with the ball carrier here a little bit. He doesn't really have a lot of safe options for movement. He's getting lucky with those dice rolls.
Opponent for 1 second.
Both of my bull centaurs are down.
This is going to be decisive.
Not getting the bull centaurs up yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to try to blitz with them or if I just want to blitz with my Chaos Dwarf blocker here. It's probably the safer thing to do since I have the assist. I got the block on the werewolf there.
absolutely have to stop him. Or her. Whatever. Now this is
Down he goes. And injured. Cool.
More pain for that team. Their pain is our gain.
I'll let the ball keep flying around. Well, I do have a die advantage here for a block, but I don't have block and he does, so that does make it a little dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and go for it, though. If I can open a way to get my other hobgoblin in there to get the ball, be nice. And I'll have to use a reroll. I'm actually going to stay put here. I could potentially foul the werewolf since he's down. It's not a good chance, though. I would assume he might be able to get the ball back here, even though I've got a couple guys right on it. I still have some block options and things, but it's a little risky. I don't want to free up any of his players necessarily. So I will put the other hobgoblin right on the ball just to make things harder to pick up. I'm not going to risk it with the blocks. I could throw a block here against the werewolf. I could throw a block here against the zombie. It's a little risky. So for now, I'll just settle for holding him up.
Moved right next to a teammate.
I can't believe he got so lucky with die rolls against me. That's the danger of standing up on the edge. Usually you'd want to blitz from being down, but going for the ball is a bit more important. Yeah, I don't often even do one die blocks. The AI does that a lot, or even do it when it's a negative strength. Throw a block, just like this. Very, very aggressive.
This player, the attacker,
Very dangerous.
smells weakness.
Well, I do have ways to get to the ball, that's for sure. Again, I possibly could blitz with him. You can blitz with someone who starts off down. You just have to declare it before you get him up. So I'm not going to do that yet. And kind of see what kind of blocks I can make and do. Make some openings.
At the same time.
Try to clear the ball here of his opponents.
Unity is strength. Fight night.
KO.
The bed bugs bite. Really, don't let them. They're massive and can take your hand right off.
So I do have the ball pretty clear here right now. Does have quite a few players down the way, though. It'd be nicer to get my Hobgoblin here to carry the ball and possibly get a touchdown. Would allow him to level up. Paying attention to that, who you want to get points is always something you want to pay attention to. Deciding who you want to do things. Sometimes it can make things a little dangerous, but for the long-term health of your team, it's a good idea. Move up, kind of keep the ball fairly secured, tie up the Hobgoblin here, or tie up the Ghoul here. So let's try to get the ball. We'll use a reroll. Okay. I don't really have a clear path forward. I'm going to stay with my blockers for resistance. I could try to redirect out to the other side. For right now, I'm actually going to pull back here and have as much coverage as possible. Move my other Hobgoblin over to create a pretty good cage around the ball carrier.
I want to see the opposing team have a go with the ball now.
I'm going to try to dodge him out of here. And failure, of course. Once you've used your reroll for the turn, things often seem to go bad. He's still trying to cover that guy, so that'll hang up a couple of his players, actually. I guess just because he's further down the field, it's kind of worried about what I might do as far as getting the ball to that player.
By hanging out in cemeteries,
That's pretty aggressive.
the body of an athlete yourself.
Oh, see? He gets a reroll and gets a double attacker down, or defender downs. Double attacker downs and double defender downs. Very, very lucky with those die rolls on the blocking dice. Almost suspiciously lucky sometimes. See, and the chances of that being surrounded by my players, him actually getting the ball, incredibly small. Half is going here pretty quickly. Try to get the ball free here.
Possession away from the ball holder.
It's a solid tactic. Killed. Wait.
KO.
What? One side got superior numbers. Always good.
See where the ball ends up. Hey, Hobgoblin got it. That helps me a little bit.
We may see that player later, if they win.
Now I can throw a block with an advantage here with my Mighty Blow player against the Flesh Golem. No permanent damage or anything. Move him up here to assist my Bull Centaur, get him off the edge. Take out the werewolf, I kind of can clear a path for myself out to the left with my ball carrier.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
I want to get as far away from the zombies as I can, so we're going to try to go for it here, since I've got the rerolls. And then I'm just going to leave this Hobgoblin here to tie them up, I think. I could try to dodge him out to move him adjacent for assistance, which isn't a bad idea either. Now let's try for that. Yeah, I used the reroll, so... And we fail anyway.
Is that a good tackle or a bad dodge?
Sometimes the dice are just not with you. When you're playing the board game, you can definitely kind of blame the dice. When you're playing the computer game, there's always that kind of thought in the back of your head that the RNG is not being fair. Sometimes it feels that way.
Some defensive pressure gathering.
I was actually going to blitz, which requires a couple of going for it rolls.
Well, they had to retreat.
And he didn't successfully make it. We'll use a reroll.
Knuckles balls, Jim. They're going for the ball.
Unfortunately, he's taking my guy down.
Not far from the end zone.
Not sure if I'm going to be able to score here. Not a lot of good options. Try to deal with the werewolf first if we can.
His strength.
I'll try to get these guys off the side if I can, or at least knock them down.
Get together and fall like Just following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
So what I'm going to do here is use my Hobgoblin with the increased movement to try to get over here. I'll have to make one going for it roll that way.
The ball is currently secured, but now they must grab it. Not enough tackle zones on that ball.
Okay.
And now the opposing team has paid the price.
Yeah, even from this position, I'd have to go for it twice to get in. Seven puts me here. Go for it to get a touchdown. I'm actually going to try to move here. He's protected on this side by the other Hobgoblin.
In general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
Gets me a little closer to the end zone. See if we can hurt the other werewolf here. Fortunately, that moves a little closer that direction. Got a straight up die roll here. I think I'll not take that block the way my dice are going.
Not a wise place to end your turn on
Dang,
the
he's
border
going
of
to take
the
him down
pitch.
again.
If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, last time that
Oh, we
happened,
got injury.
wait, something's happening. Ouch.
No long-term effect, that's fine. I pretty much save that for deaths or permanent reductions in stats. Yeah, at this point, there's no way I can score. I don't think. Not unless I pull off something super crazy.
Pushing.
So how far are you from the end zone? Yeah, there's no way he can make it in, even going for it twice. So even if I could get the ball and get it out and throw it to him, I still couldn't make it in for a touchdown. So at this point, I guess we're just looking at trying to hurt people.
Put some pressure on the ball carrier. Move quicker.
Use one of my guys with Mighty Blow to take on the Flesh Golem here.
Might as well grab a feather and shove it up there somewhere for all the good that did.
And another guy with Mighty Blow to try to take out the Flesh Golem.
That player appears to be anchored to the spot.
Okay, how about a regular guy to take on the Flesh Golem? Yeah, blocking dice are not my friends right now, apparently. So I'm going to hit the ball carrier here.
They'll need to get rid of the ball. Now there's pressure on them. If they can dislodge the ball from that loser, they're in with a chance of turning this match on its head.
Ah, where's the ball going to go? Yeah, again, unfortunately, I have no way I can score, even with the ball being in the open there like that. I'll try to hurt the flesh golem if we can.
Guys is always better than one.
I was hoping to at least get the flesh golem down, and I could have, if nothing else, brought him over to foul him. I don't even have any good foul opportunities or anything here. 28% chance. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to call that the half.
I wonder if I was killed, would I want to?
Let's see if the dice are more with me in the second half.
This is indeed a vital kickball. The team scores in deadlock.
True, Jim. It's time for one of the squads to step up and be a winner.
So kicking team sets up first, so I know where his guys are going to be at, so we can kind of adjust based on that. Have my kickoff return hobgoblin deep here.
Jim, did you know that some cheerleaders get paid more than the players?
Is that a fact, Bob? What?
Well, it's a question of what the fans are looking at. And who would you rather look at?
Sometimes have two hobgoblins deep, one on each side, depending where the ball goes. But since I have kickoff return, I can usually safely get away with having one back there. Well, let's see what happens. And we got it. Nice start with the ball.
I've often wondered, Bob, who would win in a fight between you and Morgan Thorne?
Contractually, I'm not allowed to say, Jump. Suffice to say that the matter has already been settled.
Try to push his line from the left to the right over here while tying up his guys.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw one. This is going to be decisive.
I call that a tie.
Just not getting anything on these golems here. Yeah, it's more important to tie up these werewolves. Jeez, die rolls are not with me at all. Try to hammer our way forward here.
There's only one word to say about this one.
Not a word. A sound. Crunch.
Go ahead and run it on out to the left here. If I can protect the ball carrier, I can at least run it back if I have to, if he commits hard on this side. Decently protected.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt. They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich. He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
Surprising he's going for blitz on that side.
I think the werewolf is hungry, Jim. Oh, look at this! Knockout!
I do have a lot of his guys tied up over here, so that is one positive. Try to look at the bright side, I guess. Do what we can here. Guess we got a stun on him. The guy with guard here is a bit more of an issue for me. Jeez, double attacker down again. And again. Well, I'm pretty screwed now thanks to that. Starting to feel like the dice are definitely stacked against me.
On the edge of the field there, within grasping range of the fans.
At least it's just a push. Still not good.
They're going to be carrying that scar around for the rest of
And
their
we'll deal with the no long-term effect, I guess. So even with a 1-die block, he's still taking my guys down. I get 2 dice and can't take somebody down. See if we can clear a bit of a path here.
Together.
So it's that same flesh golem I've been hitting over and over again, and I haven't been able to do anything to. It's kind of hanging out right here.
That's it. Get in their face.
I'll try to take out this flesh golem if I can.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight. The attacker has an assist.
And finally, he's going to go down.
Wipe these players up. There's no stopping them.
No damage, though. Shift him over.
This formation gives them a safe progression. It's going to be hard to make them lose the ball.
Still has a lot of guys here. They're going to get up next turn, cause me some problems. Throw a block here.
Better dodging out of the way rather than blocking, Bob.
No, Jim. Strike first, run later. That's always been my motto.
Yeah, the other hobgoblin here is just going to have to sit, protect the ball carrier. Advancing so slowly, even the zombies are kind of catching up, being able to get in my way. That's just crazy.
Ball is against the spirit of the game. Give me more random violence.
He still pulls it off without rolling an attacker down.
My opinion. To highlight who gets hit next.
I don't like that werewolf getting free either. Yeah, nothing here is super ideal, but it could be a whole lot worse.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
What are they slapping at you?
Oh, God.
Dead fish? Put some force behind those punches!
It's one of those cases where the icons throw you off, and I just wish I had looked a little bit closer. I was paying attention more to positioning than the skills that are relevant there.
Two big goons that get together and fall on you. It can really hurt.
See if we can advance with a block here.
Looks, that's really risky.
Loosen the cage and let them...
Sorry.
I got a KO.
He's
That's
away.
nice.
Yes. Better watch out.
Just kind of make up for my error earlier. Just gonna move up and tie up the zombie here. A little bit of protection from the front. See if we can throw a successful block here. My Dauntless turns up. And nothing.
Whoa, they're not moving an inch. They're a wall.
And we'll try with one die just to see. Of course, it's attacker down. And attacker down.
Fragile. Very fragile.
Dice are definitely not my friend this game. I tend to rely on doing a lot of blocking with this kind of team, and that's something I maybe should try to get away from in this case, actually, the way things are going.
At the same time.
He's now in a thunderstorm.
Is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Still have some time, but he's really pushing a lot of guys into my way here. So let's see what we can do about opening a hole heading down the field.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. It was one of my strengths when I was still playing.
I feel like I'm down some players here. And I am, of course. I keep trying to open the way ahead. Well, it's a straight up die roll, but
If ever I saw one.
gotta try to do something here.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. It was one of my strengths when I was still playing.
It's tempting to throw a block with this hobgoblin here as well against the werewolf, but if I mess it up, then he's got a straight run right at my ball carrier. So I'm not going to do that, as tempting as it is. I will try to push ahead here, though.
His strength.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
My ball carrier does have dodge, so there is an option for me to try to run out a different direction, but with the werewolf free, it's not very safe. So we're just going to creep the ball forward ahead here. A little bit more. If I can get within striking range, then I might try to sneak around the side if I can. If I have to, anyway. While we're here, we'll throw this block.
He's not moving.
Not much else I can do. That'll make advancing a little harder.
He didn't see the opponents around him, did he?
It's another time where he's being very aggressive, blocking when he's got a disadvantage.
On him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
And this time it actually is bad for him. How far can I get with this guy? Not super far. I can advance here, then I can tie
Two
up
big guys is always better than one.
the werewolf a little bit. Still has his white free, which is a problem.
That letter has to be anchored to the spot.
try to move a little closer here. Do what damage I can.
The attacker has an assist. Dull. Very dull. One of them should hit harder next time. Might as well grab a feather and shove it up there. Something.
Unfortunately, not even doing a KO or anything. Yeah, I really don't like that white being free out there. I'm going to move this way, and if he possibly adjusts a lot this way, I could swing back the other. Potentially. I only have a few turns after this to score, though. So I'm tempted, since I have one reroll left, let's try to get out here as far as we can. Yeah, he's still going to be able to hit me out here, unfortunately. But I gotta start moving a little closer to the end zone.
I've played on this pitch before, Jim. Oh, we lost, if I remember right. Lost the ball, at any rate. Couldn't find it under a big pile of corpses. I got it when I was a little.
If I can just stay on my feet here, it should be okay.
Remember, you need balls to score. Hold it. Good defensive block.
And he's stunned. That's about the worst case, an injury or stun there. Jeez, double attacker down again.
They're not moving an inch. They're a wall.
I want to take him down so I can free up my dwarf here to blitz the ball carrier.
That's disappointing. They're both still standing.
Super dangerous to try to dodge out of there. 50% chance of failing. I really don't have any particularly great options. Ball carrier has block, so that is dangerous as well.
Because two big guys is always better than one.
So I can blitz him with my hobgoblin here, without having to make a roll first. But it's only one die, and he's got block and I don't, so that's a bit dangerous as well. don't have any other real good options, so I'm going to have to go for it.
Now's the time, Jim. If one of the teams got a play hidden up their collective...
Oh, get him down.
We need to action it before time runs out.
Hang on.
And an injury. That's nice.
That looks painful.
So can we pick up the ball? How about that? Okay. So I only have one more turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Go for it, go for it. I have to be at least one space closer to the end zone. So, of course, I fail. Going for it. I don't know what'll happen with a 0-0 tie in a playoff game.
Quick and easy. Nothing to see here. Just like the Slender Geyser. This player keeps on going and going and going.
That's it. Force them back and then pow! Come on, guys. Team spirit is the key. Well,
There we go, a turnover.
excuse my bad manners, but I gotta break in here. This skull is thicker than the NAF rule.
Okay, so if I can get the ball away from him. Even if I can just push him off the side of the field, the ball will get thrown in randomly somewhere. So I can't really account for it or plan ahead of time for that. I could possibly get 2 dice on him. But then the only person who would even have a chance to score would be this Hobgoblin. And he can't make it into the end zone. So yeah, there is no way I can score. If I was just one space further down with this Hobgoblin, I'd at least have a chance. It would be a very, very small chance. So we're going to try to get over here and have 2 dice on the white.
I love it when that happens.
Ball in danger. And carrier too.
They could dislodge the ball from that. They're in with a chance of turning this match on its head.
See where the ball ends up. I mean, I can grab it.
The player's taking the ball.
I can move it towards the end zone. Probably moving out to the side was probably not my best decision. I probably should have tried to keep grinding forward over here.
This player, the attacker, smells weakness. More the merrier.
Just gonna do what I can for blocks, trying to hurt people.
Get together and fall on you. It can really hurt. Stay still like a rock.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all I can really do. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen being a playoff game with a tie. I don't think I've ever had that happen before.
They'll need to get the ball forward. The end zone is in sight. There's no harm in making a block on the ball carrier. Well, actually, you could do a lot of harm. That's kind of the point.
That'll be the end of the game. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Overtime. Okay, apparently we're going to get overtime. Slow down 3 guys. That's not good for me.
That team's apothecary must have the magic sponge this time.
This needs to be a hell of a kick. Wakey, wakey.
Now I'm kicking.
Early knockouts back.
I'd rather not be the one kicking.
This kick is crucial.
A lot of hobgoblins on the field here. Try to move my dodge flares up. So I might need them to try to get to the ball, or the ball carrier anyway. And I'll put him out on the line, I guess, just to keep things a little even. He's really heavily weighting that center.
When are they going to replace it?
I don't know, Bob, and I know what you're
So
doing.
I'll try to kick a little bit past his guy back there. Zombie's not too likely to actually get it.
Buzzkill.
I just wanted to stay in bounds. Oh, that's an unusual kick.
Yeah, Smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Well done. They have the ball now. Look, Twinkle Toes there.
Werewolves do make
So even though it's overtime, I didn't get any additional rerolls, but he still has one left, it looked
As long
like.
as they don't attack members of their own team.
Okay, that's helpful. And an injury, nice. Okay, that'll help a lot. Well, he might just regenerate. Nope, he'll be out. Nice. Okay, I've actually got a chance here. So before anything else, I'll pull my Bull Centaur around the back. I draw some people that direction. And if I can hold him up here, I'm able to get far enough over to try to deal with the werewolf. Go ahead and throw him up right in the way. Got to make use of hobgoblins in ways I usually don't. Kind of pinning his guys if possible. So I'll throw the block here and see what we can
two
get.
big goons that get together and fall on you. It can really hurt. That player is so close to a world of hurt.
So just in case, I have an idea. It might be a little crazy. It's not super crazy, but I think I'm going to blitz with the hobgoblin here, try to knock the werewolf off the field. All I need is a push. I got 2 dice.
Oh, this could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
Oh, he's
I don't know where the ball's going to end up, though. Oh, we got an injury, too. Good, 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 good. Well, the ball's going to end up someplace random, so we'll see where that is. Oh, that's not super helpful. Move back that direction. I don't really want to go for it. Throwing more blocks here. Just trying to clear things out a little bit if I can. Oh, he's got guard, that's right. Let's try to secure the ball here if we can.
They've picked up the ball. I suppose I should say something memorable or funny here.
Well, we'll try with the Dauntless roll here.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
What are they slapping each other with? Dead fish? Put some force behind those punches!
And we'll just leave them there. I can't really get advantageous blocks here. So we'll just kind of hope to tie them down there. That's a blitz. That's strange.
That player is looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before a fall.
Come on, guys! Together!
Okay.
Safety in numbers.
Try to clear a path here if we can.
Ball is secure. Can the other team steal it away?
I'm actually going to move him back to cover this white, so he may not try to get him up. So we're going to move down as much as we can. Have the other hobgoblin move up to assist. Already thinking about possible fouls and stuff here. Normally I'd want to move the hobgoblin here to the other side, make it harder for the white to get through if he does get up. Try to hurt this werewolf if we can.
Decisive.
With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
That's unfortunate. Just try to make it as difficult as possible for him to get towards the ball carrier. And I think I'll throw this block here because even if I mess up, it's not going to really impact things much.
Gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
My Dauntless block I could throw is tempting, but if I do mess it up, that's kind of a big deal. So we're just going to go for tying his guys up for now.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to
I'm
happen.
surprised he got him up off the field.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top? The attacker has an assist.
This is going to be decisive.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
The problem with the undead, so many of your players are so slow, it's hard to deal with situations like this. Just getting these guys up. Priority is move the ball down as far as we can. With assistance. What's the deal with the weight here?
Because two big guys is always better than one.
And into the crowd they go.
Another injury? Now I'm getting all the injuries and stuff. Everything's going a lot better now. And a kill.
Wasn't this
And he regenerates.
Am I seeing things?
No, he regenerated himself, Bob.
So I'm not sure if it ends when I score or if it goes to the 24th turn. I'm kind of assuming it goes to the 24th turn. If it goes to the 24th turn, I don't really want to score right away. I'd much rather kind of burn time here if I can. So I'm already looking at fouling. The werewolf is down here. So I'm going to move him over to assist. And we'll use my guy who has no star player points. It's only a 58% chance, but we'll go ahead and take it.
Should they be stomping on the player's neck with those silky boots that hard?
That's not looking.
Nothing. All right, we'll call that good. I just want to leave things tied up. I don't want to take any risks with no re-rolls here, the way, especially with the way the dice have been rolling for me.
Players about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a settler.
And now that he doesn't have any turnovers, or any re-rolls, he's actually getting turnovers throwing those blocks against my dwarves. He doesn't have dodge or block, and I do. Unfortunately, my slow guy is the one who's free down here to try to do something about the zombie down there. Like I said, I don't really want to score super quickly if it's going to go all the way to the 24th turn. I don't want to give him time with the ball if I can avoid it. I'm just not sure if it ends when I score or if it goes the full 24. I'm assuming it would go the full 24. I've never actually had a situation in playoffs where it's gone to overtime before. Yeah. What to do? I'm going to try to move down for support here. Go one step at a time. I do have sure feet. So hoping I can get adjacent here without a problem.
I can't see a sign saying slippery
Nope.
surface.
Like I said, it's supposed to be a 1 in 6 chance for those going for it rolls, but it definitely feels like it's a lot more often than 1 in 6 that you fail it.
That's a real mess. Ah, we call that a fool's kiss.
Man, mainly I'm just curious what he's going to do with that zombie down there. If he's just going to throw a block against my hobgoblin. Try to do something crazy. I don't know.
And so am I. Just one more step.
Get my guys up here first. Do have my other bull centaur here totally free. So I'll blitz with him, just because. Like I said, I'm not in a huge rush to score here, so I'm not sure about the timing of what's going to happen. So I'll stay on him. Not going to get him up. He could potentially try to knock me off the field. They're far enough away that they're not going to really matter for this. So I'd like to wait at least one more turn here before I score. So I am going to just kind of creep forward. I'll probably foul with him on the zombie, just because, why not? Throw a block here because I want to get closer to the werewolf. Tie him up a little bit more. Freeze up this hobgoblin to move up in this position. Makes it harder for the werewolf to get out of there. He's really the only possible threat for my ball carrier, other than the downed zombie here. So we'll go for a foul here.
Ref's not looking. He's not looking. Get in there!
That buys me a turn. And we'll leave him on the ground, and that'll be it. So this is his 22nd turn. If I score next, he'll have 2 turns. Hopefully that won't be enough for him to actually be able to score with.
Werewolves do make good Blood Bowl players.
I agree that you could indeed say that, as long as they don't attack members of their own team.
So I was just looking at Powder P, giving me all the info here for sure on what happens. So yeah, I kind of figured it would be the end of the overtime half. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it. I could very much stall again if I wanted to. I don't really have any threats on the ball except for this zombie down here. Some of my guys get beaten up a little bit if I wait a turn. But it would guarantee that he wouldn't be able to do much of anything once he gets the ball. I have injured quite a few of his guys, though, as you can see. So I might be safe. Give him 2 turns with the ball. With a human player, I wouldn't, especially playing the board game against your friends, I wouldn't necessarily do something where you're kind of stalling near the end zone and kind of beating on your opponents, especially if they're a more agile, weaker team. I will definitely do that against the AI, though.
On balance, I prefer the passing game to running down the field. The one tactic is for the intellectual elite. The other is for simpletons.
I like running down the field. So, whatever type I am.
Really, all I would be doing if I stall would be fouling the zombie again, which isn't really much. So I'm kind of thinking I'll just score. We will get 2 turns with the ball.
A hobgoblin who scores a touchdown!
Will his master be happy to win the match? He'll be angry because he didn't get a chance to score.
But hopefully I can stop him from scoring.
I don't know, Bob. Only the cries of pain from the locker room will provide our answer.
Come on, guys. You can't wait any longer. Do something.
Oh, and a match. Okay.
Tremendous, Jim. Uh-oh. I think I throttled one of our Gobbo technicians during that tense moment. Oh, well.
Okay, I get some money. Increased fan factor. That was a lot harder and tougher than I expected it to be. It doesn't really look like it from the ball possession stats and stuff, but I really did not do very well in that game, even though I won. And had 92 yards running, only scored once. I actually did do a bit of damage to him, but most of that was at the very end of the game. A pretty good spread of star player points. Mostly the blocking dice were against me. It wasn't really the regular six-sided dice that were against me that much. Actually, it was more weighted towards the top there. So I was playing the Necromantic team, beat them. The Amazons and the Halflings are playing each other, and it's like the Amazons beat them, so the next game will be me and the Amazons. I was actually hoping it would be the Halflings because I've just destroyed them every time I've played against them. I've got level up. I think just the one Hobgoblin.
Bloodvisor have certainly got their hands deep into Blood Bowl, don't you think, Bob?
I know the Bloodweiser CEO, Jim. And it's not hands. It's claws.
Yeah, I think sure hands is the safe bet to go with first here. Got a decent amount of money. I didn't spend any before the last game, so I didn't want my rating to go up because it increases the amount of stuff my opponents get. But I'm going to go ahead and get another reroll since I keep having them being taken away from me by the Halfling Master Chef. So that puts me all the way up to 2040 for my team rating. Yeah, Powdopy in the comments was just saying that I misunderstood how the overtime worked. That's why I was kind of stalling about scoring. If I knew it was over as soon as I scored, I would have done that a little bit earlier. I haven't actually had it in a position where it's gone to overtime with a competition like that before, so I wasn't sure, and it's been a while. I can't remember for the board game how that worked exactly. So let's take a look at the Amazons, my opponents here, for the final. I think they all have dodge. Yeah.
Did you know bathroom facilities have only
So
been
I've got
built
some
in modern
linewomen
stadia
with block.
since the last decade? Before that, the waste was, well, actually, no one knows where it went.
A lot of them have picked up block, it looks like. It's a good addition if you have dodge already. Increased movement blitzer with guard. Mighty blow, definitely a little dangerous. Stand firm. Another blitzer with guard. And a blitzer with guard. Dodge, pass, and block with the passer. Yeah, these guys could be pretty agile and getting around me. Luckily, I do have a lot of guys with tackle, so that'll help. I don't think I'm down anybody for this match from the injuries. No, okay. So I'm going to leave it here for just a minute. I'm going to take a super quick break. I'm not going to stop the stream or anything, and then we'll be back, and we're going to do the last game. Thank you.
Thirsty, Bob?
Always, Jim.
Well, how about a refreshing glass of Bloodvisor?
Okay, we're back. So we're going to go ahead and do this last game of the competition. Final coming down to my Chaos Dwarves against the Amazons. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing next. If I've got some other teams I would like to play in Blood Bowl 2. I haven't ever played the High Elves, Necromantic, Khemri. Just off the top of my head, those I would definitely like to play.
Our magic sponges.
But I've also been thinking about doing some more XCOM 2, things like that. Not sure about streaming that, but we'll see. It's kind of easy to fit time-wise in for a match like this, because I know roughly about how long it's going to take.
I'm getting a tingling feeling right here in my fists. A game is about to start, chump.
So we've got the Halfling Master Chef, Bloodweiser Babes, and Helmet, who I think is the Chainsaw Goblin? Yeah.
Are you ready, Bob?
I was born ready, chump.
For whatever reason, he's the most common star player I see the opponents picking. Could just be because of cost.
Chef cooking down there. Smells good.
I've been messing around a little bit with Mordheim too, but it hasn't really grabbed my attention. I've just kind of been doing the tutorials so far, playing around with that, so I'm not sure if I'll do anything with that.
One team is obviously more skilled than the other.
I've got Battlefleet Gothic I'd like to play. I've got too many games I'd like to play, not enough time.
These women live in Lustria.
And I
Most
lose
hostile and claustrophobic
couple rerolls there.
Gives you an idea what they're
The AI always chooses to go first, as far as receiving the ball first. I actually like getting the ball in the second half instead of the start of the first. So because we are dealing with a lot of dodgy people, try to get my tackle zones covering as much area as possible, taking advantage of my guard skill. Probably put my less experienced hobgoblins out here. We'll leave my increased movement hobgoblin out here. So in this kind of situation, I could make the argument for pulling the dwarves back a step here, just to have a little bit deeper defense, instead of right on the line like this. I could also potentially move the bull centaurs up, which would make it harder for them to get an advantage with assists on the edge of the line, trying to move their way down. I do kind of want to leave things as free as possible. I'm more concerned about them getting past me, so I do want my bull centaurs free if possible to deal with that kind of situation. This is a pretty typical setup. I often will do something sort of like this. That or possibly stepping back. At least with a bruiser team, this kind of thing works pretty well. With a lighter team, more agile team, I'd probably have the minimum of 3 on the front line, and preferably one of them would be something like a tree man or an ogre or a troll or something like that.
Hey, Borat! Zog off, you buckethead!
So we'll just kind of kick for the center, just trying to get the ball to stay on the field. So he's got to make some die rolls to pick it up. And I get a reroll back. That chainsaw guy here in the middle. It's kind of hard to tell for me with the difference between the Amazons. It could just be that they're one of the newer teams I'm not quite used to playing against. The linemen and the blitzers, I kind of have a hard time telling apart. And the catchers and the passers also look very similar to me.
The team have possession.
They do have quite a few people with guards, so I do need to kind of watch that as well. A lot of the blitzers. Actually got a couple stuns on me right away. It's surprising. And another stun.
Nothing good comes from spending any time on the ground in this game.
Use my Mighty Blow guy here against the star player.
Whoa, that player is a real wall.
Get nothing as a result. Try again. Down he'll go.
That player is a real opponent.
KO.
They've smacked a player to relieve his team. Well done.
So the chainsaw guy can be pretty dangerous, but if you can knock him down, he'll often hurt himself. Yeah, at this point they really could go either direction. Bit more concerned about the catcher at this particular moment. But this Bull Centaur has Strip Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and blitz on this end against the catcher. And we both have block. So it doesn't do a whole lot.
Takes a skillful player to stay up under such a sustained assault.
Just gonna move in here to try to tie things up. Here as well, try to create some tackle zone coverage, so at least have to make some die rolls to get through, unless I want to go way out to the right.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. They should be good.
I have a feeling they're going to go to my right. But if I adjust that direction, then they may go the other way. So we're just going to kind of hang out back here and wait and see what they do with my last Hobgoblin in the rear. If I want to go right up kind of the center, I'm building a
We're building a
cage around the player.
It's a solid tactic.
Look at Twinkle Toes there.
Come on, guys. Together.
Pushback. Not over.
Interesting. Slipping the catcher through right here has me a little worried. So I'm going to go ahead and try to knock down the catcher if I can.
Is this going to be enough to come out on top?
Oh, nice.
I thought we might have one of those horrible games without at least one death.
So using the apothecary. Still says dead here. I'm not sure if that actually means they're really dead or not. Yep, still dead. So the apothecary result was still a death. That's a nice change of pace compared to my die rolls the last game. Oh, there I get 2 attacker down dice just while I'm talking about my nice die rolls. Which I had a few of those last time. So since I've used a reroll, now things might go horribly badly against me. Try to surround them here if I can. I don't want to leave too much of an opening. Move to the side of the catcher here.
Get in their face.
Kind of creates the tackle zone coverage there a little bit at least.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think of is splat.
It's tempting to move the Hobgoblin around just to put him on the ball carrier here, but it does. He's got a couple blitzers back here that are free, so it really wouldn't do much other than sort of cause my Hobgoblin to get beat up, and he might get beat up anyway, being on the edge there. I'm just going to kind of leave him there for coverage for now. The dwarves are moving in towards the ball carrier. One die block, pretty aggressive.
It's like peeling an onion. Remove the layers before you get to the good stuff.
Another one die block. They do have a lot of rerolls, but still. typically won't do that very often unless I have an advantage where I have block, the opponent doesn't. It's pretty risky.
Let's see the player get out of that one bomb. Ha! I was just getting born.
And a turnover. Just kind of looking at how I might be able to get through. If it's possible. Anyway.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Start from the edge here and see what we can break in. Just a push. Follow it up.
You'll never fall.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Just getting pushes.
That's quite a mess. Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
Trying to do what I can to get closer to the ball carrier and get as many people on him as I can. Try to deal with these guys who have guard if I can. Don't want you next to the ball carrier.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
Yeah, I can throw a block here, but I don't have block and they do. It's a little dangerous. But go ahead, go for it. I don't know much else to do.
Together. Snuffle must be holding him up.
With block and dodge, it could be a little hard to take down. Fouling is an option there. But I'm going to move up so that I have additional tackle zone coverage in case the ball carrier tries to just dodge through here. I want to make that as difficult as possible. It could be more likely to maybe go out for the edge, which is why I'm not moving this hobgoblin, I'm just kind of leaving him there. More of those one die blocks.
One less annoyance to deal with.
If I can stay on my feet, Definitely would be helpful.
Obstacle for the ball carrier.
Even if they push me back, I can still stop them from advancing.
Well done. You helped the ball carrier.
Check and see if the ball carrier has sure hands. Throwing a double die block with a disadvantage. AI does that quite often. It's incredibly aggressive. It turns out okay for them quite often, but I never do that myself. So do you have sure hands? You do. So my strip ball wouldn't work.
Haha, here's some friends.
Try to make things as difficult as possible here for my opponents.
Pressure on the ball carrier. Move quicker.
This is going to be decisive.
Might as well grab a feather and shove it up there somewhere for all the good that did.
So go ahead and blitz here to hit the ball carrier. Since I do have the advantage in dice. Both have block, got sure hands, but if I can get that, it works out. Alright. Knock the ball free. Let's see where the ball ends up. Kind of hard to see around the bull centaur. Got a line woman right there. Blitzer there. So I could use both my hobgoblins here to foul this blitzer. I could move one of them around just adjacent to the ball and then have the other kind of take that position. First, I'm going to throw this block here just to try to hurt the catcher over on the side. Yeah, we'll just move adjacent to the ball. Make it a little bit harder for them to go for it. Puts me in decent position. Move my other hobgoblin over to kind of cover that area. Picking it up with no problem, even with my guy being right next to it. Because they steal those rerolls from me, they're going to have to use every single turn.
Dull. Very dull. One of them should hit harder next time.
So let's see what I can do about getting to the ball.
Two big goons that get together and fall on you. It can really hurt. This could be a sack.
So I'll move up to get the assist. Charge on over with my other Bull Centaur here.
They'll need to get rid of the ball. Now there's pressure on them.
They're attacking the ball carrier, Bob.
I know, Jim. I'm watching the same match as you.
Look at all those players sitting down. There'll be trouble with the unions if this carries on.
And just kind of pushing them around. Let's throw a block here, see if I can free up my Hobgoblin.
Stay still like a rock.
That's kind of a dangerous block there. I might take that. Gonna kind of pull back, just have somebody just in case things go horribly wrong. At least have a chance at something. Try to do this block on the end, which is a little dangerous.
Enough to come out on top.
Even if I didn't roll double attacker down, it was already a little dangerous because they've got block and I don't. Take the push. And I'm going to stay there.
That player just won't go down.
Continue covering that side. Wasn't going to risk a one-die block on the ball carrier there. Another very aggressive block here. Pays off for them. As in they didn't get knocked down themselves, anyway.
Less pressure on the ball. Good move.
Creeping forward a little bit there. Really aggressive doing these one-off die rolls like that for blocks.
With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next round.
That player's a little short. Oh no, my mistake. He's on the ground.
Okay. I may be able to get to the ball carrier. So I was tempted to leave him down until the ball possibly comes free, but I'm just going to leave him there to hang that guy up. Looking at where the guard guys are.
That player appears to be anchored to the spot.
That's not helpful. Take out these guard guys if I can to get access.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
I'll have to go for it, but I can throw a one-off block there. With the Hobgoblin up, they have 2 dice. So I think we will do that.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Kind of prep for things going wrong, just in case. We'll use a reroll.
Can the player force possession away from the ball?
Okay,
holder?
get the ball free.
They've left the ball carrier exposed.
KO, nice.
Right, Jim. I smell obliteration. This is gonna get bloody.
Hobgoblin there is in kind of a
He's going to
dangerous
sleep,
position,
and maybe
but
we will see him on the pitch later.
it's worth the price to get the ball free. I'm not going to throw one off dice blocks here. We're running out of time here for the half. So just because the ball's free doesn't mean I can get it and get to the end zone with it. It'd be nice.
One more step ahead.
So one-off dangerous blocks turning out well for him. Use reroll.
Come on, guys. Losing the title. Let's see some blood in Blood Bowl. Because two big guys is always better than one.
Just trying to get access here if I can. Kind of have to go for. Well, they both have guard. Well, we'll try to blitz our way in there to take them out one at a time.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
That's one. Should give me 2 dice here as well.
The attacker has an assist.
That's 2.
Fans are ravenous. Wait,
KO.
what? That's gonna hurt in the morning.
So I can get to the ball. I have to move it down the field if I want to be able to score next turn. And I've got to move my full movement towards the end zone this turn to be able to get in next turn without having to go for it.
They're not moving an inch. They're a wall.
I've got no one on this player, unfortunately. No one on this player. I can put my other Hobgoblin on them or on this player, but I really need to move that ball towards the end zone.
That player is about to get punched above and below at the same time.
Let's try to get the ball. Even with sure hands, not gonna happen. That's horribly unfortunate. So unless they really screw up here, yeah, I don't think there's any way I can score this half. Too far away from the end zone. But they can't score, at least.
If the player is pushed here, it will finish in the public. And in general, fans are much more dangerous than players. Out.
Very aggressive block again. So really, I'm just gonna hurt people. There's not much else I can do here. At least hopefully hurt players.
Unity is strength.
He is not moving. I call that a tie.
Yeah, with that block and dodge, it's hard to deal with. Hard to take them down. Let's try a one-off block here.
That's disappointing. They're both still standing.
So really,
A prone player is
Oh.
a dead player. Oftentimes it anyway.
it's going for fouling this person that was down. Wasn't much else I could do. Wasn't that risky. Didn't get it, didn't get it. Hopefully they're knocked out players. Nope, all of them get up. That's unfortunate. Oh, the chainsaw guy will be out.
They simply have a better dog.
I steal 2 of my rerolls.
Both teams are on.
Chainsaw guy's gone.
Crucial.
Alright,
Has the
let's see
referee
what
finally
they're gonna
noticed
set
the
up.
team's secret weapon?
Why these goofy preset things are just terrible sometimes. Down a dwarf blocker, that makes things a little difficult. There's my kick return guy, put him deep. Just kind of looking at who is where. I'm actually going to move the bull centaurs over so they could potentially block from the sides to start with. So try to do as much damage to the floor on the front line as possible. My kickoff return guy deep, movement second. Out front, we've got Sure Hands. Here we have Sure Hands and Dodge.
You know, I may actually say something witty and insightful soon. I'm just waiting for the players and the coach to do something. Anything! Please, just be interesting.
It's going to land right on the guy in the front. Okay. I will move up in the direction of the ball just in case he doesn't catch it. Oh, I didn't catch it. At least there's no enemies directly adjacent there. Be a little aggressive with my hobgoblins on the side, trying to tie people up.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Two big goons that get together and fall on you. It can really hurt.
Well, that's too bad. How about you? What can you do? Same thing. All right.
Very dull. One of them should hit harder next time.
Highly unfortunate. No. You're there to protect the ball. Preferably have my Dodge and Sure Hands guy take the ball.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
This is going to be decisive.
Come on, guys. Clues in the title. Let's see some blood in Blood Bowl.
Throwing an awful lot of just block versus block hits here.
Let's take a quick look at that player. Yes, the unmistakable sign.
Good, that'll
There's
help.
eyes rolling up into his head. He'll be out for some time.
Who can I tie up? I'm actually going to leave this Bull Centaur free if I can, closer to the ball. Be able to use him to blitz.
Going for the ball, but can they pick it up?
So we'll have him pick up the ball.
This player is certainly the best choice for this action.
And I'm actually going to cut back around and have a little bit more protection, at least for now. Move the other Hobgoblin up to protect as well.
Ball is secure. Can the other team steal it away?
If possible, I'd like to do some more injuries and grinding down his team, make things a little easier for me to move down the field. I'm not having a huge amount of success with the blocks because of all the block and dodge skills that they've got.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
The domino effect in action.
They're really piling onto that hobgoblin over there. It's a good distraction for me, though. Now at this point, I'd almost rather blitz with my Chaos Dwarf blockers because of their tackle ability, as opposed to my Bull Centaurs.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
Kind of looking at how I can tie people up. Where I can possibly progress. All that good stuff.
Two big goons that get together and fall on you. It can really hurt.
Blitz here. Partially because I have tackle and mighty blow. See if we can do something to this player.
Gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Nice injury. Good. 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 Good.
1 against 11.
Losing movement permanently. That's not good. Still hard to see if there's anybody there. Looks like there is. They're down. Okay. Just looking at creating a safe little path here for my ball carrier. Going to be fairly well protected as we advance up the field. Hopefully, anyway.
All this focus on the ball is against the spirit of the
Aww.
game. Give me more random violence. Now, he's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
That player is looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before a fall.
Get lucky with those one-off die rolls. Don't think they'll be able to get the ball with the amount of people I have on it and make it a little hard. That's possible.
Smells weakness.
Stay on your feet, yeah.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. It's one of my strengths when I was still playing.
Well, stand up the guys that fell down. I'm gonna leave him down in case I can get both of these two knocked out.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight. That's quite a mess. Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
Yeah, again, it's probably better to be blitzing with my regular blockers because of the tackle skill that they have. So just trying to piece things apart here.
Loose ball is a dangerous ball. The player needs to secure it, and fast.
So just stand up. I don't think we really want to try to get out of there. It's certainly possible. Let's go for the dodge. And let's go for the ball.
Good catch. And oh, so near to the end zone.
So we'll just move to protect the ball carrier here.
Gives them a safe progression. It's going to be hard to make them lose the ball.
do have some 1-die blocks I could throw, but don't really want to take the risk. He can take those risks. 1-die blocks.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
He's got the rerolls.
The attacker has an assist.
It happens even to the best. Another player on the ground.
Okay.
Which will be
Turnover for
splitting
them. I'm also in a position in this game, too, where I don't necessarily want to score super fast. Not necessarily, anyway. If I have to, I have to, but it'd be nice to run down the clock as much as possible before I score.
Because 2 big guys is always better than 1.
And looking at angles I throw blocks from to decide where I'm going to move his guys. I want to move them closer to my ball carrier, if I can get it.
Come on, guys, together! He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
So for right now, I'm fairly safe to just run it down here as far as I can. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I may not want to score next turn, though. Let's see. Just try to hammer this
They're getting up close and personal.
player here a bit.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
And move to protect the ball carrier. I always worry a lot more about those going for it rolls than I used to. It seems like they do fail quite often.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Oh, I still take him down. So one die blocks are turning out very successful for them. Okay, don't pick it up, don't pick it up. That's a bunch of crap. Okay. Trying to move my slow guys here as much as I can down the field.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw one.
That's it. Get in their face.
Alright, try to get the ball free here if we can.
Knuckles, balls, Jim. They're going for the ball.
Attacking the ball and not the holder? I don't think Bob would approve.
The ball came free. I'm not going to try to re-roll that with only a 17% chance. At least we knocked the ball free. See if we can get down here, adjacent to them. Go ahead and try to throw a block on the closer person here. KO.
Possibly off his mortal coil.
This Hobgoblin's doing a really good job of keeping this Blitzer busy. Without getting hurt so far, anyway. I'd move around adjacent to the ball. I think they have things pretty well under control at the moment. That could change. Okay, good, just stunned. I was a little worried there. Sound effects had me freaking out a little bit.
That player is so close to a world of hurt.
And super aggressive block here.
Keep pushing.
Another super aggressive block. Let's see if we can get the ball cleared up here.
One more step and...
Just pushes.
There's a real wall.
That's a problem. Move even more people down there. So I'll try to throw a dangerous block here.
Stay still like a rock.
Try to throw a little bit of a dangerous block here.
Fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more step.
As much as I've had them outnumbered, I can't get them down. That is a problem.
What are they slapping each other with? Dead fish? Put some force behind those punches.
Look at Twinkle Toes there.
Unfortunately, that's all I can do here. None of my blocks really turned out well down there.
Surrounded by adversaries like that, I hope he knows what he's doing.
A very aggressive block.
You know, a fence may solve this problem of players being eaten by
There's no injury. That's the only positive there. super aggressive blocking going on. It pays off most of the time. That's the thing that's really aggravating about it.
On the floor again. This team must like worms or something.
Don't want to forget him in case things go horribly wrong.
The final whistle is moments away, and yet the score is in deadlock.
Well, let's see if we can take this blitzer down. No. Okay, let's blitz him and see if we can take him down.
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into close,
Jeez.
well, last time that happened, it took 3 days to piece the body back together.
Take my dangerous block here, I guess. And the Hobgoblin is the one that takes him down. And kills it. Wow, okay. Guess I hit her enough, she finally died. So before going for the ball, do I want to do anything else? Is it safe to do anything else? Okay, after using a reroll and getting double attacker down, I think maybe we'll just try to score here. It's got an automatic reroll for sure hand, so yeah, okay. We'll just score.
Is in the end zone, and according to my sacred text, we have a touchdown.
I'll have you. It's a positive hunt to enjoy these guys, even if they are turncoat scumbags.
Finally, a touchdown, and so close to the end. This could be the game winner.
I do think the AI in this game is a little better than in the previous one as far as deciding what skills to pick, which does make it a little harder to play them down the road. I think they are doing a lot better. I think in the 360 version that I had, I almost never really had this much trouble in finals. I think partially because it picks such random skills sometimes for its players.
It's time to think defensively.
So he'll have 2 turns when he gets the ball. Got all my dwarf blockers back. Yeah, I'll keep that player with the no skill points on the field. The less experienced guys out there. Just kick for the center, try to keep the ball on the field. I can change my setup. Do I want to change my setup? The ball's going to land right there? Really? Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to throw him just on the line just because, why not? You caught it.
Recorded on your Whiz box, other than old Blood Bowl mattress, Jim.
Yes. You know,
That means they do have a chance to score, actually, starting with the ball there.
oh, Sims. Game of GNU. You never know which little beard.
I hope this one doesn't end up in overtime as well, like the last
Then
game.
there's Dr. Flu, a time traveler with Nurgle's rot, travels through history, infecting everybody. It's really rather good. but some of the plots
They're building a cage around the mall.
Very aggressive block.
Solid tactic. One less annoyance to deal with.
Another super aggressive block. This one pays off for them completely. Doesn't matter what I do. They always seem to successfully get those double blocks even when I choose what the results are.
I've seen granite fracture more easily than that kid's head.
So I want to be a little cautious here just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. Instead of just throwing blocks first like is my normal sort of typical modus operandi. Try to be a little bit more cautious here just in case. You would think I'd have the advantage straight up here, but not necessarily.
This is going to be decisive.
Takes a skillful player to stay up under such a sustained assault.
Go ahead and hit the ball carrier here.
I know, Jim. I'm watching the same match as you.
Try to tie things up here. They just have the one turn left, so I don't think they can score. Yeah, I don't think there's any way they can score. But I don't want to be too complacent here. Just going to do my normal preparations, have things in-depth defense ready to go.
Smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Flair for the ball carrier.
At least the AI does try to move the ball down the field, make progress, try to score on the last turn. It should sort of know it can't possibly score, but it still tries to move things along.
You can never really
And that's it.
truly out. And even then, that might not be the end. Ref has taken a substantial drive.
We'll reroll a 2, I guess. 4, okay. Take a look at the stats here. Ball possession for me was quite low, actually. 5 KOs, 3 injuries, 2 kills, only 32 yards running. That's pretty amazingly low. I had 90 something in the last game, and I barely won in overtime. Pretty good amount of star player points. So that's the end of the playoffs there. Unless I screwed something up. Yeah, competition's over. I won the competition. Nobody leveled up in that game, though. Yeah, I actually ended up with a higher team value than my undead team that went through a competition, actually with more teams in that competition as well. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I do have some other Blood Bowl teams I want to play. I have never played the Khemri team, Nehekra, whichever they're calling it. I haven't played the High Elves. I haven't played Norse, so all those would be really tempting to play. I may move into playing some other game instead. We'll kind of see. I do take these and will eventually upload these videos up to YouTube as well. And on YouTube, I'm also DisturbingPuppet. So eventually it'll make its way there. But for today, that'll be it. So that was the 2 games finally finishing off that season. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Once again, I'm DisturbingPuppet. And hope to see you next time. Thank you.